Rodney, what do you mean you're in jail? You thought you'd try out some of those obscure North Carolina laws, did you? Well, which one was it this time? Did you steal another 1,000 gallons of cooking oil? Oh, Rodney, yes, I know. In North Carolina, you can't plow a cotton field with an elephant, for crying out loud. Listen, Rodney needs me to come pick him up out of jail. This week, we're doing Rodney's favorite. Did you hear that, Rodney? We're doing your favorite. We're doing Cowboy Caviar, a nice summertime camping salad. So y'all stick around, I'll show you how. Rodney, where'd you even get an elephant? For this year recipe, you're going to need some salt, some chili powder, some grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes. You're going to need 3 different color peppers, a Vidalia onion. You're going to need a fresh bunch of cilantro, as well as some white wine vinegar, olive oil, black-eyed peas, corn, and black beans. And the optional ingredient is a little bit of sugar or some sort of sweetener. All of these ingredients can be found on my new Facebook page, Cooking, Camping, and Eating Good in the Woods. Link in the description. Before we go any further, I'd like to remind you guys, please don't forget to mash that subscribe button, give me a big old thumbs up, maybe even leave me a comment or two. I sure would appreciate it. First, we're going to make sure that veg is good and clean. You know, I just don't trust it when the grocery store says they cleaned them for you. Now let's drain all the water off of our black-eyed peas, our corn, and our black beans. I'm going to give them a quick rinse, get all that stuff off of them, and then set them off to the side and let it drain. Let's cut up that veg. We've got 3 different color peppers here that ought to help make it nice and colorful. We've got a red one, and here's a yellow one. We're going to cut it into pieces that are just a little bit smaller than bite size. And of course, we're going to have a green one as well. Once that's done, we'll take and put it in a container here and set it off to the side. Then we're going to cut up this onion, not quite a mince. It's going to be just a little bit bigger than that, and then we'll add it to the mix as well. Now the cilantro, that's a whole bundle of it, and you don't want to cut it down too fine. And put it in the bowl as well. Then we'll add in the mix of black-eyed peas, black beans, and corn, and give it a good mix. Now on to the dressing. We're going to start with 1/4 cup of white wine vinegar. And to that, we're going to add 1/2 cup of olive oil. Then a teaspoon of chili powder, and a teaspoon of salt. Now here's the optional ingredient. You can add sugar or some sort of sweetener. I'm using stevia. Say, that reminds me, if y'all are looking for a way to support this channel, keep this here trainer rolling full of farm fresh content twice a week, why don't you slide over to my Teespring shop, get yourself a coffee mug or maybe even a t-shirt. But if you don't want to do that, how about you go to buymeacoffee.com, and for the price of a cup of coffee, you help keep this train a-rolling. You can also visit boondockerswelcome.com. All of the links are in the description. Thanks a bunch. Now we'll give it a good whisk. Hey Rodney, let's beat it like it stole from us. Give it a little taste here to make sure the sweetness is where we want it. And it is. Now look at that, ain't that pretty? We're going to put that dressing on there. Oh, almost forgot the tomatoes. Let's cut them up and put them in. Hey Rodney, what has 1,000 legs and 7 teeth? Your family reunion. That's funny. Give it a good stir, mix it up real good. Then we're going to stick it off in the refrigerator to get nice and cool. Let's dish it up and get a closer look at it. Oh, now, ain't that pretty? Look at those colors. Whoo, I want you to look. Look how pretty and colorful that is, and I think the only thing that's going to surpass it is the taste. But listen, this is one of those salads, because it's got vinegar in it, this is one of those salads that's better off if it left sit in the fridge for a couple of days and let all those flavors kind of come together. And you could take, like, I don't know, a tortilla chip or maybe even a Frito or perhaps even a cracker or something like that and eat it. But I tell you, for now, good old-fashioned spoon. Let's give it a taste. Let's get a little bit of everything on that spoon right there. Amanda, fate should have made you a gentleman's wife. That there is delicious. One might go as far to say it's hardly fit to eat. But we'll keep going until we find a good spot, won't we? That's right. Listen, make that on your next camping trip. I promise your family's going to love that. It's a nice, easy, simple, cool summertime recipe for your next camping trip. Now listen, that's going to about do it for this episode of Eatin Good in the Woods. Y'all going out there being nice to one another. I sure love y'all, and please pray for peace. Until next time, God bless you.